Hello, and welcome to my top 40 of 1981. In these videos, I'm taking you through my enormous collection of playlists on Spotify. I've done top 40s from 1970 to 1991, and I've done all the other years as well, although not as top 40s, for we're going to go back to 1925 up to the present day. And I've got artist specials, genre specials, themed shows, and many, many more. I can't get enough of it. And I do radio shows of many of those playlists, and those are all available on Mixcloud. There's a link in the description. Okay, let's get to it. I've got three playlists. I've got the top 40 of 1981, my own personal top 40, by the way. I should point out it's subjective. And then 81 extra songs from 1981 that all entered the UK top 40 but didn't make it into my personal top 40. And 1981 extras, which is album tracks and songs, none of which made the top 40. Okay, I hope that all makes sense. It does to me. Alright, here we go with the top 40. At number 40, Squeeze, Labelled With Love, which spent 2 weeks at 4 in November. At number 39, The Teardrop Explodes, Treason, which spent a week at 18 in May. Number 38, The Police, Invisible Sun, which spent a week at number 2 in October. And at 37, The Jam, Absolute Beginners, spent a week at 4 in the first week of November. 36, The Jacksons, Can You Feel It, which spent a week at 6 in May. And at 35, Depeche Mode, Just Can't Get Enough, which spent a week at 8 in October. I used to really love that song when I was a small child. 34, Blondie, Rapture, spent 2 weeks at 5 in February. 33, Susie and the Banshees, Spellbound, spent a week at 22 in June. 32, Madness, It Must Be Love, spent a week at number 4 in January of 82. But it did enter the top 40 in 1981, so it's aight. Number 31, The Teardrop Explodes, Reward, spent a week at 6 in March. Into the top 30. At number 30, Duran Duran, Girls on Film, which spent 1 week at 5 in August. At 29, Adam and the Ants, Stand and Deliver, spent 5 weeks at 1 in May and June of 1981. Adam and the Ants were massive at this point. At 28, The Police, Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic, spent a week at number 1 in November. And at 27, Phil Collins, In the Air Tonight, spent a week at number 2 in February. Got to that. Number 26, Squeeze, Is That Love, spent a week at 35 in June. And at number 25, Hazel O'Connor, Will You, spent a week at 8 in June. Number 24, The Rolling Stones, Start Me Up, spent a week at 7 in September. And at number 23, Queen and David Bowie, Under Pressure, spent 2 weeks at 1 in November of 1981. Number 22, The Human League, Don't You Want Me, spent 5 weeks at number 1, straddling December of 81 and January of 82. At number 21, Dave Stewart and Barbara Gaskin, It's My Party, spent 4 weeks at number 1, straddling October and November. What an amazing song. Into the top 20. Duran Duran, Planet Earth, spent a week at number 12 in March and April of 81. At number 19, Pretenders, I Go to Sleep, that gorgeous Ray Davies song, spent a week at 7 in December of 81. Number 18, Adam and the Ants, Kings of the Wild Frontier. I do believe that was a re-release. Spent 1 week at 2 in March. And at 17, Sugar Minott, Good Thing Going. You've got to watch the Top of the Pops performance of that. It's fantastic. Spent 2 weeks at 4 in April and May of 1981. Number 16, Kim Carnes, Betty Davis Eyes, spent 2 weeks at 10 in May. At 15, UB40, 1 in 10, spent a week at 7 in September. And at 14, The Jam, Funeral Pyre, spent 2 weeks at 4 in June. It only spent 5 weeks on the chart, but it entered at number 4, so it was like hot and then it was gone. At number 13, XTC, Sergeant Rock is gonna help me, spent a week at 16 in February of 81. Number 12, Ultravox, All Stood Still, spent a week at 8 in June and July of 81. At number 11, The Passions, I'm in Love with a German film star, who isn't, spent a week at 25 in March of 81. Into the top 10, Kim Wilde, Kids in America, spent 2 weeks at 2, straddling March and April. At number 9, Pretenders, Message of Love, spent a week at 11 in February. Number 8, Soft Cell, Tainted Love, spent 2 weeks at 1 in September. 7, David Bowie, Scary Monsters and Super Creeps, spent 2 weeks at 20 in February. And at number 6, Madness, Shut Up, spent a week at 7 in October. Number 5, Visage, Fade to Grey, spent a week at 8 in February. At number 4, Ultravox, Vienna, spent 4 weeks at 2, straddling February and March. At number 3, Talking Heads, Once in a Lifetime, spent 2 weeks at 14 in March. And at number 2, one of my favourite bands of the era, Japan, Quiet Life, spent 2 weeks at 19 in October. And at number 1, The Specials, Ghost Town, spent 3 weeks at number 1 during the Summer of Discontent, July of 1981. The reason I'm pausing at times is I'm looking at this list thinking, my God, this is 1 year. I mean, look at the charts nowadays, and then look at this. This is all from 1 year. It's unbelievable. And there's another 81 on the way, and there's extras from album tracks and things like that. So let's have a look at the 81 extra tracks from 1981. I'm not actually going to say them song by song, but I'm just going to let you look at them and look how fantastic these songs. Oh, look at that one. Oh my God, I love that song. Oh, that one as well. Oh, well, that's okay. I like that one. But I mean, there's some amazing songs there. By the way, I should take this opportunity to tell you. The Top 40 playlist is available on Spotify. There's a link in the description. The Top 40 radio show is available on Mixcloud. There's a link in the description. This that you're looking at, 81 extra songs from 1981, is available on Spotify. There's a link in the description. And about now, here we go, I'll transfer you to the extras playlist. This is songs that didn't enter the UK Top 40. They may have entered lower, or they may not have entered at all. They may have been hits in other territories or album tracks. So that's also available on Spotify. There is a link in the description. So I hope you're enjoying looking at the screen, looking at all those lovely, lovely songs. I'm not looking at it right now. I'm just trying to pass time while you have an opportunity to look at the screen. So remember, my videos are all available here. So you can watch my top 40 videos from 1970 through to this 81. And I'll be here tomorrow doing 82, then 83, 84. And between decades, I do specials. So between the 70s and 80s, I did 3 videos on the Beatles. My top 40s from 62 to 65 and from 66 to 70. And my favourite Beatles albums in order. So that should be enough time for you to have seen everything on the screen. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the playlists. There's tons over there. So subscribe. Follow me over there, follow me on Mixcloud, subscribe here, like if you like, and let me know in the comments your favourite songs, your favourite albums from 1981. I'd love to know. So thanks again, have a lovely day, bye bye.